I still remember that night like it was yesterday, the wind howling like a banshee, snow whipping across the old highway outside Willow Creek, and me, Sarah Jenkins, just trying to get home after a double shift at the diner, my beat-up truck rattling through the storm. Emily, my little girl, was waiting back at our tiny rental on Mill Road, probably huddled under blankets with the heat turned low to save on the bill, and then bam. I see this SUV spun out, slammed into the guardrail, smoke curling up from the hood like a bad omen. I didn't think twice, pulled over, fought my way through the blizzard to yank open that twisted door, glass biting into my palms, and there they were. A mom clutching her two kids, all of them shaking, faces pale as ghosts. I hauled them out, bundled them into my truck, and drove us back to my place, where we thawed out with hot chocolate from mismatched mugs, the kind of simple act you'd hope anyone would do, but in a town like Willow Creek, where folks measure you by your bank account, it turned into something else entirely. It started small, the whispers at the diner the next day, me tying on my apron with bandaged hands, and overhearing Betty from down the street lean over her coffee, saying loud enough for the whole room, "Oh, look at Sarah playing hero again. Can't even pay her rent on time, but she's out rescuing strangers, probably hoping for a handout." It stung, sure, because I was scraping by. Food stamps for Emily's lunches, dodging the landlord's calls, but I'd done what felt right. Pulling Rebecca, that's the mom's name she finally gave me and her kids, Tommy and Lily, from that wreck. They were grateful, tears in Rebecca's eyes as she gripped my hand before the tow truck came, whispering, "If there's ever anything." And I just shook my head, said, "Just get home safe, that's all." But Willow Creek? This place has layers of old grudges, folks like Mayor Harlan, who's got his fingers in every pie, land deals and HOA rules that squeeze out anyone not in his circle. And then there's the crowd at the school gates, parents like Karen Ellis, whose husband owns half the shops downtown, always eyeing me like I was dirt on their shoes because I didn't fit their perfect suburb picture, my ex having left us high and dry years ago, turning me into the town's cautionary tale. The mockery built up slow at first, like snow piling on a roof, walking Emily to school, her little hand in mine, and we'd pass those kids clustered by the fence, one of them, little brat named Jake, Karen's boy, sneering, "Hey, hand-me-down girl, did your mom find that coat in the trash?" And the laughter rippling out, Emily's cheeks burning red, her voice small as she muttered, "It's okay, Mom." But it wasn't, not when it spilled over to her, this kid who'd already lost so much, and inside I was raging, wanting to march up to those parents and yell, "Where were you in the storm? Huh? Too busy in your heated McMansions?" But I swallowed it, kept walking, because in Willow Creek, speaking up just paints a bigger target on your back. Nights got heavier after that, me sitting in our cramped kitchen, rubbing my sore hands, replaying the crash, the kids' cries mixing with the wind, the way Rebecca's breath fogged the air as she asked, "Why us? Why help?" And me saying, "Because freezing out there's no way to go, not for anyone." It haunted me. That simple choice turning into this weight, the town twisting it into proof I was some attention seeker, when really, it was just human decency in a place that had forgotten what that meant. Then came the shift, the unexpected thunder that rolled in like a plot twist nobody saw coming. Turns out Rebecca wasn't just any mom. She was married to Marcus Vance, head of the Thunder Riders, this motorcycle club that's got a rep for being tough as nails, loyal to a fault, but with their own code, born from Marcus's rough past, losing his folks young to a fire nobody helped with because they were outsiders in their old town. I didn't know any of that yet, but a couple days later, at the gas station, pumping what little I could afford, I hear these two locals chuckling. "Sarah's out here acting like a saint. Bet she's begging for sympathy again." And I slink away, head down, but what I missed were the two riders at the next pump, ears perking up, exchanging glances, engines growling as they peeled out. That night, Emily and I are eating mac and cheese, her pushing half her portion to me, sweet kitten outside. This low rumble starts, vibrating the windows, growing louder until it's a roar, headlights piercing the dark, bikes lining the street, chrome gleaming under the street lamps, and neighbors peeking out, faces white as sheets. Marcus steps off his Harley, this big guy with tattoos snaking up his arms, vest patched with symbols of brotherhood, and he walks up, voice gravelly but steady. "You're Sarah Jenkins?" And I nod, Emily clutching my leg, heart pounding. Then he extends a hand, says, "My wife and kids. You saved them that night. Opened your door when the world was frozen shut." I stammer something like, "It was nothing, really," but his eyes lock on mine. Intense. In our world, nothing like that gets forgotten. Respect's a debt, and anyone messing with you messes with us. And behind him, those engines rev in unison, a thunderclap that shakes the block, sending folks scrambling to lock doors. It was surreal, like a movie scene on the porch, this wall of steel and leather backing me up, and the town sneers suddenly feeling small. But inside, I was torn, grateful yet scared, because Willow Creek's power plays, like Harlan's grip on the HOA, pushing folks like me out for his developments, now had a wild card thrown in. The backlash hit hard after that morning's at the diner, whispers turning sharper, one regular leaning back, smirking. "Guess Sarah's got biker bodyguards now. Wonder what she's trading for that." And the laughter echoes, my face hot. But then these two riders slide into a booth, silent at first, until one stands, boots thudding, shadow falling over the room, and he says, calm but cutting, "Funny how you all got opinions on a woman who pulled kids from a wreck. Remind me, where were you that night?" Cozy while they froze. The place goes dead quiet. No more chuckles, just folks staring at their plates. And as they leave, engines rumbling off, I feel this mix of relief and unease, like I'd unwittingly started a war. At school, it escalates. Emily cornered by Jake and his crew, him taunting, "Your mom's biker chick now? Bet she rides with the trash." Snickers all around. Emily trembling, and then vroom. 3 Harleys pull up, one rider dismounting, staring down the kids, voice low. "You picking on this girl? On her mom? Think twice. Kid cruelty's got consequences." And the brats scatter, faces pale, while Emily looks up at me, eyes wide but sparkling a bit, whispering, "Mom, they stood up for us." But the town didn't back down. Easy resentment festered. Folks like Harlan stirring it up, seeing the riders as a threat to his control, his land grabs that had already forced out a few families, and one night it boils over. Rocks crashing through our windows, glass shattering, voices yelling, "Get out, Sarah! Take your outlaw friends with you." Emily screaming, me pulling her close, heart slamming. No phone signal in the storm's aftermath, door rattling under fists, one guy snarling, "Let's see how tough you are without your gang." And I'm praying, terrified, thinking this is it, our little world crumbling because I dared to help. Then the thunder saves you. Engines swelling, headlights flooding the street, dozens of bikes forming a blockade, Marcus striding forward, facing the mob, voice like steel. "You got a beef? Bring it to Ma, but you don't touch her, don't scare her kid, or you'll learn what real strength looks like. Not this coward crap throwing stones in the dark." The attackers freeze, one muttering excuses, but they bolt, tires screeching, and Marcus turns to me on the porch, Emily peeking out, his eyes softening just a fraction. "They won't come back, not on our watch." And I whisper, "Why all this for me?" He pauses, glances at the stars. "Because you opened that door, reminded me of what I lost as a kid. Me mom begging for help in the cold, doors slamming shut. You gave when you had nothing. That makes you family now." The community meetings turned into battlegrounds after that first one at the town hall. Harlan up front, pounding the podium. "These riders are invaders, bringing chaos because of her." Murmurs of agreement rising. Me in the back, stomach knotted, but then a voice cuts through, old Mrs. Thompson standing, fierce. "And where were we that night? Letting kids freeze while Sarah acted. Maybe we're the ones who invited this by looking away." I rise, voice shaky at first. "I didn't do it for thanks, just because it was right. And maybe that's what scares you, that outsiders showed more heart than this town." Doors swing open. Marcus walks in, presence sucking the air out. "Blame her all you want, but your indifference brought us. Her and me family nearly died while you slept warm. She saved them, earned our loyalty, and will protect what's ours." The room shifts, shame mixing with defiance. Harlan's face twisting, but nobody challenges him outright. Second meeting's even tenser, crowd bigger, Harlan jabbing a finger my way. "She's turned our streets into a biker rally enough," but voices push back now, folks admitting the truth, and when Marcus appears again, revealing more of his scar, I swore no kid would feel that abandonment. I did. It cracks something open, small axe following. a basket of groceries on my porch, bigger tips at work. Even Jake mumbling a sorry to Emily one day. Spring comes, snow melting, and the riders roll in one last time not for war, but farewell, Rebecca hugging me, kids playing with Emily, Marcus shaking my hand. We're heading out. But remember, family doesn't fade you change things here, showed kindness packs a punch. As they roar away, Emily and I watch from the porch, a plaque they left hanging. Kindness echoes louder than thunder. Looking back, it makes you wonder, was it justice? Or just another kind of power play? Did the riders overstep? Or was the town asking for it with their years of petty cruelties? I've thought about it a lot, how one door opened and a storm flipped everything. What do you think? Drop a comment below. Was Sarah right to accept that protection, or should she have handled it alone? Share your stories of community clashes, or when kindness backfired or boomed back stronger. Hit subscribe if these real-life twists get you thinking, and let's talk about where the line is between help and havoc.